Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how you can increase your damage through Talisman Reforge, Enrichments, and everything related to Talismans. So, if you do enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. I want to hit 600 subs by the end of the month, and it would mean the world to me if that actually happened. So, please consider doing that, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so, Talismans. Talismans are a huge part of damage. And while each single individual talisman doesn't give you a whole lot of stats, Uncommon gives 3 and 4 with the best Reforge, it doesn't give a whole lot. However, when you have like 20 to 30 of these, it can mean a lot of stuff for you. So here's the best Talisman Reforge for damage. Now, there is two types of damage. That may sound weird, but there's just normal damage like in a single hit. For example, if I go over and I hit like one of these mobs with my boomerang, it's gonna be dead like instantly. Yeah, 370,000 damage, which is insane. But that's only single hit damage. There's also, with the not really recent update of attack speed and ferocity, there's also DPS, which you want to focus on. Because the more ferocity and attack speed you have, the easier it is going to be for you to deal a lot more damage per second and be able to kill revenant horrors or things with a lot of health a lot easier instead of just doing plain out single hit damage. Now, there's two different types of reforges you want to use for both of these. I'm going to go for both of them, starting out with just a plain single damage hit. Now, what you want to keep in mind is when you're looking at the best Reforged stones, is what gives the most, let's just call it damage, strength and crit damage, right? If I search up Force Full, for example, and let's just say it's on blue, right? It gives me 7 strength, which let's just call that 7 damage for now. Okay, let's just call it 7 damage. If I search up strong, it will give 3 strength, 3 crit damage. Meaning, for blue talismans, forceful is better. However, there is one that is better than all of that. That is the dark orb. Now this provides this shaded reforge onto talismans, which gives a lot of strength and crit damage, which is incredibly nice. It gives 2 more quote-unquote damage, strength and crit damage combined, than any other damage talisman or damage reforge in the game. However, currently it is bugged, and if you try to put it on to your accessory bag, it says error. However, once that gets fixed, Shaded will be the best reforge on anything beneath Legendary. However, Shaded is not the best reforge for Legendaries or above, and here's why. As Strong gives the most strength and crit damage, as well as defense, which is also pretty nice. It gives 8 strength and 8 crit damage, and that when that's compared to, and 2 defense. When that's compared to Shaded, it gives 6 and 9, which is 15, while Strong gives 16 plus 3, defense. So as soon as it gets fixed, the best reforge for single hit damage is going to be Shaded on Epic or below, and Strong on Legendary or higher, unless they add a new reforge. However, that is just doing damage per second. You also need to consider in some other things to just make you deal more damage. And this is where we get into enrichments. Now, these can be pretty expensive, so if you don't have the money, then just don't worry about them. However, you can buy these at the Elizabeth. I just said the Elizabeth, the one and the only. You can buy all these different enrichments. You're probably wondering which one is the best. Now, for attack, these can be useful for a variety of things. If you're a mage, for example, you might want to have a intelligence enrichment. If you're fishing, you want to have the sea creature enrichment. But the best enrichments for damage are these 3, and in the order from best to not the best. Ferocity is the best enrichment, and I'll explain why. Followed up by attack speed, possibly, depending on what weapon you have. And then followed up by strength. And here's why. 1 strength is a good amount of damage, and that can boost your damage by, 1 strength. So, for example, right now I have, holding my Flower of Truth, I have 1,400 strength. So 1 strength would be like 1,000th plus damage. However, 0.3% ferocity is 0.3% plus damage, as it grants you, each ferocity grants you a chance to double strike. Meaning I have right now a 4% chance, if I don't insta-shot all the mobs, which I do, to deal double damage. Which as a Revenant, if you can get that number up to like 50 or whatever, or even more, can be extremely, extremely useful, as it makes it so you can kill them a lot faster. Now, the Ferocity has not perked yet, because I only have 4% Ferocity, but it could, if you have a higher amount, and then it's very useful. Now, attack speed is also a huge part, as that dictates how fast you can attack. There's a limit to how fast you can click a mob. Like, for example, right now when I'm getting like 4 or 5 CPS, all these idiots would stop hitting me. I'm hitting it this much, and then if I get 13 CPS or whatever, 15, I'm hitting it the exact same amount. So attack speed means you can do double damage if you can click fast enough. Now, attack speed is also a big thing. However, you can get attack speed in a variety of different ways, including a Talisman Reforge. However, Ferocity, you can't get any way through a Talisman Reforge, so it's more important to have the Ferocity enrichment on your talismans instead of strength or attack speed, as you can get those in other ways. The second way to get a lot of DPS is through attack speed. And you can get this through really 2 different ways. One of these is a weapon, and a weapon reforge. If you're using the Livid Dagger, don't follow this, as Livid Dagger already has 100% attack speed. However, if using any weapon other than Livid Dagger, here's how you can get more attack speed in 2 different ways, mostly focusing on talismans. Now, if you're already dealing enough damage to feel comfortable with losing just a little bit to deal more, like if you've already can do like 100k to 300k per hit or something like that, you try to focus on attack speed, as it is very good. Now, there's only 1 reforge, and on 2 specific things that I only suggest you do 1 of them, maybe 2 of them, you can put it on. And this reforge is Strange. Now, Strange on epics gives 3 strength, 1 crit damage, and 4 bonus attack speed. If you have, let's just say, 10 epics, then you have plus 40 bonus attack speed, which is plus 40% damage, even if you're losing out on some. You only want to use Strange on epics talismans, as if we look on AH and we look at anything that's not epic or legendary, really, we can see that it doesn't give attack speed at all. Instead, it gives defense, speed, and strength. And the next one, it gives minus defense, plus attack speed, plus crit damage, and plus strength. Again, making it one of the strangest reforges in the game as of the moment. However, it's just really weird. Like, and then on legendaries, it gives 11 intelligence. It's just a very weird reforged stone. However, if you're looking for attack damage, putting this on all your epics can boost it by a lot. And then if you want to get more attack damage, you can always put on the Tiger Crochet plushie, which gives bonus 35% attack speed, which is very, very nice. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing. I really want to hit 600 subs before the end of the month. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.